See what we got. 83 minutes before go time. You're a psychopath. Kyle, yeah, your Ion is supposed to be arriving today. I think all pre-order Ions and XLs show up today. So whenever you want to come by, feel free. If you want me to just drill it, I could just drill it. Or if you want to wait to look at it, we can wait too. That's cold in here. Wait for the people to roll on in. Yo, Dennis, what's up? Order to phase two, and you're gonna drill it 4 3/4 or 4 3.5. 3.5's a weird buffer. Oh, you're two-handed. Yeah, I mean that's a. I feel like it's pretty run of the mill, maybe layout. I know Chris and I. Well, Chris likes to do a lot of 5 inchers. I personally rarely go under five, just because for my play style, it reads the front part of the lane a little too strong. Other than urethane balls like to go pretty strong, but reactor balls for me, I typically like to like five for me is on the strong side. Typically I go around 5.5, 5 1/4, 5.5, just because like I said, the way I throw the ball, very strong on the front. Fix my bowling game and fix my golf game. Why not both? What's up, Clifton, Don? It's not my birthday. It was Darren's birthday on Friday. My birthday's not till November, so yeah, that's that. How was everybody's Father's Day? What kind of wedge? This isn't even mine. This is one of Heath's. Um, it's a this gigantic Adams club. It looks atrocious. Not something I would play, but it's a golf club, so why not? Sorry, all good. What did everybody do this weekend? Anybody bowl? Watch golf, hopefully. Five. Yeah, you don't have to go all the way to 5.5. You can try five. Do I like thick grips or standard? I find that standard feels a little too small for me, just the way I like to, I don't know, just the feel that I like. But these are jumbos. I don't know if I'm going to go jumbo. I currently use midsize. Um, but I think I'm going to go get fit for some clubs in September out in California. And I think I'm going to go with like midsize plus a couple wraps, maybe like 2 or 3 wraps. Just get the grip a little firmer too. What do I think about DeChambeau winning in the end? I We always make a major championship bet in the shop, me, Chris, and Heath, and I had DeChambeau on my team, so good for me. Also had DeChambeau in a parlay, good for me. So DeChambeau winning, good for me. Am I bowling in the Hoinky? I am not bowling in the Hoinky. I have never bowled in the Hoinky. I don't even know where the Hoinky is. I'll be honest. For a Midwest bowler, I'm very uneducated on big time Midwest events. Yep.
You dropped off.
Yeah.
Oh, so you see the plethora of shit in front of her door.
You got new shoes? Oh, it must have just showed up.
Yeah, well, he just drove off.
Are these the same ones, or did you repaint them?
No, new ones.
Whoa. Did they make them for you like that?
No, I painted them.
Oh. Oh, it's in Cincinnati? Okay, got to bring some balls in real quick. What else is coming?
Are you on the hut?
Yeah. What says it's a pump?
It should be the door.
Oh.
Maybe the other. The big one.
I think I had a 9 total, but checked out.
Sup, losers?
Kyle, your Ion Pro is officially here.
Hold on. You can.
Okay, not officially, but prospectively here.
It's here.
It is here. All right, what comments did I miss? Let's see.
He's 14, right?
He is a 14. Buzzsaw Brent. What a name. What's up? What urethane ball would you recommend as a strong urethane bowling ball that moves early and compared to the Rattler NU? Yeah. Don't really understand that question. Don't really feel like answering it. Whoa, someone from are you from Japan or are you just Japanese? Am I using stronger pins on Ion? Is 5 inches too weak? First of all, 5 inches is never too weak. For my Ion, I only drilled two-handed. I'm still learning my two-handed game, what my layout preferences and such are. That one's 4 3/4, and I really enjoy it. But Chris's, I think, what's yours? 5 inches?
Which one?
Your Ion?
Yes.
Yeah, his is 5 inches, and his flare is pretty tight. So going weaker on that ball might bring those flare patterns a little too tight. So yeah, that's a thing. Yeah, 5 inches, depending on what buffer you use, could or could not be too weak. Also, where you put that mask could affect it a little bit as well. Is Jalen black and knees? He is no type of Asian whatsoever. He's actually hardly even black, so he's kind of neither. Whoa, watching the video using interpreted subtitles. So I guess you are from Japan. Well, welcome.
You for the food.
I think is there another 14? There should be like 2 more 14s, right?
There's just one more.
Okay, I think one is for Uncle Dennis.
Okay.
And then one should be for Jeff for 14 pounders.
Comiskey or Robinson?
Robinson. Comiskey.
Eating the ball. 2 weeks before everything.
Yeah, it'd be way too early. Tour dynamics, you went 5.54, and that finally started to move the flare outwards. Are you two-handed, one-handed, Malcolm? I don't even know. Because two LS that makes sense. One-handed that would not make too much sense. You justified buying the Lightning Blackout. Is the Iron Pro worth it? Yeah, it's way different than the Lightning Blackout. The Lightning is super mega clean. The Ion, not as super mega clean, but cleaner than anticipated. Two-handed? Okay, that makes sense. What balls are similar to the Duo? We don't particularly have one right now. Yeah, none of the above. English is difficult. Should I start to learn Japanese so I can speak Japanese in these live streams? You had a Tour Dynamics at 3, and it would not hook without tons of servers. For the last number, yeah, I could do it. Kudos on the quest for 2 hand series. Thanks. I'm sucking pretty bad lately, but hopefully not this week. Actually, this week, I think you guys are going to enjoy this next week if you guys actually watch. Exponent Pearl, not much of a Duo replacement. Way weaker cover. Core numbers are similar, but the cover is way weaker on the Exponent compared to the Duo. Is Jalen going to all motive? No, he hardly ever even throws a motive ball. It's kind of a joke, kind of not. William Gaming, what is up? The Belch Monster. Heath, what are these shovels you're bringing into my shop? Look at these things. They're enormous. Is a 5-inch pin good for Rev Dominant? Like I said, that's for me, that's on the stronger side. So I guess I would say yes. Let's see. Your name is Ouka? Ouka. Ouka. What's up, Skosh? Had to change the surface on your Iron Pro. Yeah, I did that the first week I threw it in the summer series as well. I although albeit I'm on 45 feet, but I hit it with the old 500 pad. It worked pretty well. Was it a guess on 9 pins or 9 counts? It was 9 pins because I left 4 of them last week, all in very inconvenient spots. Where's Darren? He's at home, I think, back in Vegas. I know he's not in Columbus, Ohio. I know that for sure. I was wanting to get an attention star, but I have a Vibo and an X2 already. Would that be too much redundancy? In a 6-ball arsenal, yeah, but out of those 3, I personally throw the attention star the most. So if you're looking for maybe a little bit different or a little bit, I don't want to say better, but I mean, a ball's pretty good.
Is it right time in Jamie's Ion Pro? Or we just ordered them?
It should have been on the same order as Jeff's. Pretty sure it was written down.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it was a while ago. Is a propin ball better than a non-propin? Propin, all propin means it's like a fancy word for a mismark, kind of, or not a mismark, but for having interesting specs. typically that CG is going to be really far from the pin. It has nothing to do with professionals or anything. Um, so I won't say it's either better or worse. It's just you can move that CG location around in a different manner because it's so much further away. English or Spanish? I speak English, I think. I seem to be good at golf. Well, I'm glad I can give off that vibe, but I'm not. Let's see. What's my average? Like bowling? No clue. Golf? Also no clue. Rally check, 5 1/4 by 5x4, 2LS considered a strong layout. I wouldn't say it's particularly strong. I mean, 5 1/4 in the grand scheme of things is a little bit weaker, especially with a 5-inch mass. It's also a little bit weaker. But if you're a rev dominant player, maybe, or you know, you throw like Chris, which I doubt you do, it's probably a layout that you're going to use quite often. You're seeing the same problem with your retention star and lightning blackout. I'm going to try and knock the polish off. Yeah, knock that polish off. Any TV logo plastic balls in the shop? We do have the new black one in 15 and 14, I believe. What balls look good for rev dominant players who like to play more direct? Broad question. We don't answer those. What are my two-handed pitches? My two-handed pitches, I'm just 3/8 lateral in both fingers, so 3/8 right in the ring, 3/8 left in the middle, and then I'm 7/8 reverse in both fingers because I dig down to the second knuckle. So I think before I was at a half when I was going to the first knuckle, but I switched to second knuckle this year, so I need a little more reverse. So I'm at 7/8. Exotic gem versus DNA coil. How different are the shapes? Exotic feels a lot stronger in the front part of the lane. Coil, I feel like has a bit more usability because it's not quite as strong. It feels like.
I didn't see an order for Uncle Dennis's this year.
No, are we all out of ions? I might have just not written it down.
Yeah, I don't think he did.
He can wait another week. I doubt it. That's from Innovative.
Or is this the pump? Oh yeah, this.
That's a pump. Fantastic. Good night, Oka. You have trouble with targeting when you're bowling. Is there any tips you may have? Trouble with targeting. That's a kind of a broad question, but I want to answer it. I'll need more specifics on what you're struggling with. What's my favorite bowling ball? Depends on the day, whichever one's striking. Um, the Sunday before yesterday, it was the Clone. The Wednesday before that Sunday, it was the Ion Pro. So it depends on the day. Have I ever thought about two-handed tang versus tang, but you each pick and lay out each other's balls? Not the second part we haven't thought about. First part we have. Any tips on dealing with tennis elbow when bowling? You should go into a Darren live stream and ask that. He has elbow problems. I have been fortunate enough to not have elbow problems yet.
He's got an Ion Pro.
Yeah. 14-pound Ion Pro. Are your phase twos in your shop brighter? It depends on the one that shows up. Some show up dark, some show up bright.
Do we want 14 on him on the shop?
Sure, why not? What's the best way to fix early timing? Push later and move your feet faster. To elaborate, when you start moving left into the oil, you have trouble getting the ball to the same spot down lane. Probably has something to do with your elbow, probably moves a lot laterally. It probably doesn't it's probably not your targeting that sucks. It's probably your swing that sucks. So it's probably a mechanical thing, and then mentally it affects you in a way that makes you think you can't target. Which, if you can target playing straight, you should be able to target moving left. So um, could be a swing thing. Probably is a swing thing. What ball would you recommend for low rev player? Thanks. It's a broad question. Don't answer those. Any two handers you were trying to emulate when leaning? I'm assuming that was supposed to be learning, or just try to develop your own style. Why would I not want to throw it like Chris Vi? Right?
Because I don't have 15 majors.
But you got one.
I do have one. 14 short.
Just watched the 2018 Roth Holman doubles. I was really on it. I feel like I should have a title, but I don't. But it's all good. You noticed your phase two show up brighter more often? Hey, I mean, more shelf appeal, right? Do I think Pim and Palm will be much different with two hands than one? You can't really do pin and palm with two hands. The absence of that thumb hole makes a very large difference because the thumb hole is a very large hole. So the ball just, I guess, depending how you throw it, but from 99.999999% of two handers or two finger bowlers, a pin in the palm just won't work. Hey, is it possible to turn my Jordans into bowling shoes? Yeah, I mean, you could go to a shoe repair store, I guess, or just somehow get Velcro on the bottom of your shoes, and then just buy some slide pads and a heel. You'll be good to go.
Yeah.
Is that a new EFX design?
It is. Made my own bullets.
Wow.
It's,
Is it available on EFX.co?
I don't know. Let's find out. I think it actually might be.
Rate Christopher's new golf polo
You like it?
on a scale of 1 to absolutely amazing.
Gotta see the little detail.
What is that?
Details. I don't know.
You don't know?
I mean, I made it myself. But
Okay.
I don't know. Let's see. See if it's on.
Which one more hook or not as much hook? Don't know what you're asking. Three-way bowling, Tang v Tang versus Vi match. Your bowling shoulder and hand open at the top of your backswing. Is that a product of my timing, push away, or something else? Probably out of those three could probably be push away. Also likely something else. You ever consider Darren, Chris, and yourself doing a podcast? Well, during COVID, we actually did do a podcast. We did maybe like 5 episodes. So if you want to go,
we actually did quite a few. Darren and I actually just talked about this not too long ago.
we did more than 5.
We were in double digits.
Oh wow!
Yeah, we did like 12 or 13 because we were trying to figure out who we all had on. It's Chris Vi 2024 Swirl Leaf is what the name is.
Chris Vi 2024 Swirl Leaf on EFX. Check it out on the webs if you want a nice, closer, not real look at it. If you want to make one, you might as well. You just missed the 20% off Father's Day sale. That's all right. You might as well go buy one anyways.
You can still get 10% off.
You can still get 10% off using code CHVI.
This is a lie, though, because my name's not on there.
All right. Was I in the middle of answering a question or... Oh, the podcast? Yeah. Is it on Darren's YouTube? Is that where we put it? Or was it on his Twitch?
No, I think it was on YouTube. Yeah, because we did through StreamYard. I think it was on YouTube.
If you go into the deep, dark depths of the Darren Tang YouTube channel, which now has like 270,000 subscribers or something like that, you will find the DMC podcast. If I recall, we did one with Danielle. We did one with... That's the only one I can remember.
We did with Jim Callahan.
Oh, we did
one with Danielle. We did one with Sean Ryan.
Oh, did we?
Yeah, we did. We did one with I think we did one with Bree.
Probably.
I don't know. We were going through all of them, and now I forget most of them. Um,
But yeah, so we did do a podcast. And maybe if there's enough demand, maybe we bring it back.
I think we did one with BJ.
That's
We
also
did one with
likely.
Tim.
Oh, so yeah, podcast. It happened. What's up, Brant? I don't think he's showing up on a Wednesday sweeper. It's below him. If Chris could have a custom ball, any core cover combo, what would it be? What would be the Chris Vi bowling ball?
Every time I get asked this question, I always tell people I am the one to thank for the frantic because I emailed Hank when I was in college. I told him that he should make a bowling ball with R2S on it, and I gave him numbers for a core, and it ended up being exactly what the frantic was. And now knowing how bowling balls are designed and made, it was clearly designed before I ever told him that. But it was like 6 months, and I was like, "This is it." But I know it now takes like 18 months for a design to actually come as a release. But I'm still taking credit for it.
Have we heard anything about Harsh Reality Pearl? No. You would definitely watch? Well, go check out the old podcasts and see if you actually like it. I'm sure it'll be a little more high techy because Darren has money now and viewers. But
And we just know more.
and we know 4 years more worth of information.
And what looks like crap.
What would you fit between? That just looks like a broad question. I'm not answering it. Regional this weekend is on 38 foot. What is V1? I've never heard of that pattern as well. 38 feet though sounds like bang. Brant, what do I think about Bryson's win? Hey, good for the parlay.
I live bet with Win.
Did you really?
Yeah, when he was down one.
Nice.
I was like, there's just no way Rory wins.
Yeah. Guy's a choke job. Who has the better two-handed release, me or Darren? That'd be me. What about a weekly one now? We would have to plan out the logistics because obviously I have a little more going on in my life. But if we really wanted to, we probably can make it happen.
We know damn well Darren ain't waking up early enough to do it before, so we were.
Yeah.
That would have to be a post Maverick bedtime.
You're thinking of giving your thumb a break and bowl two-hander for one season. What benchmark style ball do you think most two-handers should have the bag for house shot? Well, I mean, if you're going to say benchmark, can't say benchmark without saying Ion Pro, right? I guess. That's a broad question, but seemed like a good opportunity to say Ion Pro. So Ion Pro. Hey man, I love you and your brother so much. You guys are the reason why I started to pick up bowling. I just recently got my first bowling ball, which is a raw hammer hybrid. You couldn't be that much of a fan if you got a hammer ball. But it's okay. We'll let that slide. As long as we're getting people into the game of bowling, good for bowling, right? But next time, buy a storm ball. Do you guys like the AI in balls? I honestly cannot tell the difference. So, sure. I mean, I like Attention Star. I like Optimum Idol. Ion Pro seems good. What other balls have AI core technology?
Summit.
Summit?
The Road.
The Road?
Not great on either of those.
Yeah, but we don't know if it's because of AI or not because of AI.
That's the thing. You don't know.
We can't definitively say if AI is the reason we like certain balls and we don't like certain balls. Am I noticing the hits? Have you guys watched me bowl on Wednesdays? I get 0 hits. So personally, for me, AI cord not working. Either that, or I'd bowl even worse if I didn't have it.
Yeah.
But if AI can get those 9 pins out, that'd be great.
Does Harsh Reality have?
Harsh Reality has AI. The ball hooks. The Harsh Reality Pearl was on the USP approved list, so more than likely it will be made in the future. Yeah, I mean, we're just going to have to wait and see.
There's also 150 bowling balls that come out overseas every year that we never get that are also USB-C approved. So don't always believe. Not saying you can't, but
How hard is it for TV bowling supply to get old discontinued balls? How old and which ones?
we know people.
You had Bryson pick the hallway brand. I mean, I had him picked in our little shop bet. Does that count? Optimal Idol is so good. It is so good. DNA Coil has AI. Does it have AI? Is that what you're, I don't think it has AI. No AI. Layout 2LS for XL. I don't know. I don't know anything about you. X2. I don't have any leads on an X2. Really been enjoying the two-handed league videos. Thanks. Tell your friends. Tell your friends to tell their friends. Tell them to tell their grandparents, their moms, their dads, their uncles, and their aunts.
Yeah, views are a little down, guys.
It's not because I'm bowling like shit or anything, but
No.
what is your move after urethane during tournaments? Um, I mean, it depends, right?
One
That's a very broad question.
one of 500 options.
Yeah, so not answering that because that's a very broad question. Harsh reality has been really good for you. Hey, good for you, Roberto. Speaking of old discontinued, you would kill for another Storm Anarchy. I don't know if I'd kill for one, but I would very much enjoy having another one as well. What's the difference between the dark code and the Vibo? Yeah, so same cover and color, obviously. So those are pretty much the same. But the dark code with that rad 4 core has a much higher intermediate. Chris is out, so no more questions for Chris, given a lesson, looks like. But yeah, dark code, much higher intermediate and a much higher diff. So dark code's going to read a bit earlier, a little stronger in the middle part of the lane. Probably going to want to go a little bit straighter down lane. So in layman's terms, the dark code is stronger. What balls worked for you at nationals? I go next week. I threw a fast pitch 100 miles an hour up the gutter on the fresh on both team and minors. And then during team, I went to shiny pin down optimal mile for a little bit. Kind of bailed out at 190 the second game with it. And then I went to the absolute slow wheel with the attention star. And then during minors, it was fast pitch and then attention star. So attention star. If Chris and Mikey could bring back any discontinued SPI ball, which one would be? There'd be a lot. There'd be a lot. Oh, love all your videos. Thanks, man. You legit tried to put the most broad question, hoping for a we don't answer those. Many sads. Did I not say that? Will there ever be a chance of you and Darren versus Brad and Kyle? I don't think they want that smoke. They don't want that. But is there a chance? There's always a chance.
All two-handed.
All two-handed? Oh, yeah, all two-handed. My first ball is the dark web hybrid. What type of ball should I go for next? Broad question. Not answering that. Actually, I'll answer that. Get a storm ball. Name a car for an edit. Give me the Toyota Yaris. Love the BDS merch. Yep, we love the BDS merch. My wife got this for me for Father's Day. I got me a new hat. Hooked me up. Another ball question. You have a Rubicon with ion be a good replacement? Yeah, a little stronger cover, but lower diff, so the core is a little bit weaker. But it kind of fits in that gap a little bit. Broad question. Why? We don't answer broad questions, Brant. What do you use to determine which ball is stronger than which? When do you call a symmetrical ball stronger than an asymm ball? I think a lot of people put too much weight into the core determining a lot of those factors. I like to say 80% of ball reactions cover stock. So most of the time, if a ball has a stronger cover, it's going to be a stronger ball because the stronger cover is what's going to pick up more in the front part of the lane. So, um, yeah, that's how I determine it, I guess. That's all experience. Like obviously, I'm throwing all these balls, and I can tell which balls are stronger than others. But also, certain people are going to interpret certain balls different ways. So, like on tour, we had this time where we were sending a list to the tour reps so they can communicate to us what balls we felt like were stronger than others. So, it a lot of it is how you interpret the information. Will Mr. Chris Fogg grace us with the president? I doubt it. Try to get him out there, but I doubt it. Tried two handed, hurts your shoulder, went back to just two finger. Hey, whatever works, man. Sick bro is how am I doing? A broad question. That is probably the least broad question. Not the least, but it's less of a broad question than, hey, what ball would be good for my arsenal? Because I can just say good. I'm doing good. Isn't the cover of the Lightning Blackout have a stronger core than the Ion Pro? A lot of it is surface prep as well. I don't actually know if REX is stronger than um, TX16, but the Ion Pro having lower RG and asymmetric and being dull makes it hook earlier, therefore making it a stronger bowling ball. Favorite golf course in Ohio? I haven't been to. I don't go to a wide variety. I wouldn't be the authority on favorite golf course, but I mean, I like playing golf. Hey, if you could play Muirfield Village, go for it. Do I still love bowling as much as when I started? In a different way. I like different aspects of it. Like I love the technical side of it, drilling balls. Obviously why I'm in a pro shop. Um, that's just me. I love that part of the game, and like same thing with golf too. I don't know as much in golf, obviously, but like the techie tech stuff, equipment stuff, building clubs and like drilling balls, all that kind of stuff. It piques my interest. What club is this? It's an absolute shovel. Do we ever come over to Oklahoma? No. Well, I don't anymore. You should pull a John Mazza and come back on tour and start winning. Eh, I'd say your advice could fix my game, but I can't bowl for 6 months. Tore distal bicep tendon. When I get back healed, is there any balls going to be coming out in 6 months? I have no clue what balls are coming out in 6 months. The wings at Gahanna were good. Yeah, I might elect for the wings because Jalen picked Genji Go for us last week, and that was a no go. So I think we might try and eat a Gahanna next week. Change the vibe. We're definitely not going back to Genji Go. That's for sure. I'm never gonna break 200 hitting a bowling ball with a club like that. I might score higher than I did last Wednesday if I use a golf club. How can you learn to work in a pro shop? Hang out with your pro shop guy. Um, Most pro shops appreciate free help, so you can kind of trade, some free labor for like apprenticeship if the guy is nice. Sometimes pro shop operators will just exploit the free labor and not teach you what you want to learn. So you got to be on the lookout for that. But yeah, just hang out and be good friends with your pro shop guy. Storm should come out with limited edition golf clubs. Yes, they should. For two-handed, you're having trouble staying behind the ball long enough at release. Usually ends up about 4 o'clock position. My timing is late, but almost neutral. Um, your timing being late could be a problem, but most two-handers want to be late. It's more of just being able to keep your elbow and your hand behind the ball. Most two-handers who aren't very good, they get that elbow coming out this way, and you see how that automatically turns your hand. You go from here to there, and that's it. You don't want. Ugh, that's bad. Didn't know what release times are on balls if they were like phones and have a usual time frame or not. Um, they do kind of seasons of releases. Like these recent releases are Bowl Expo releases. And then you'll probably get releases in August, um, late July or August for the beginning of league season, for Storm at least. Did you see the baby last week, Hannah, in the stroller? He was so cute. I did. Have you or Chris drilled an XL for yourself two-handed? If so, Chris did. I forgot what layout he used. Probably standard 3 or 5x5 by 3.5. I drill in one-handed. I like it. I'm a big cell fan. So, any recs on where to pick up a drill press and plates? I do not have any recs. Hey, Mikey, 4 one-handed. 4. Outside on the top of the swings like that. How do I prevent this hand and keep my hand behind inside? Focus on your elbow, specifically like this inside part of your elbow right here, and focus on keeping that as close to your body as possible. Because when that gets out, that's how your hand gets on the outside of the ball. But if you turn that elbow inward, that inside of the part right there, you see how your hand stays to the inside. There you go. Oh, all right. By the way, guys, if you wonder why this view looks a little different, it's because collectively, Jalen and I lost the tripod. So you're not sitting on a tripod now. Hey, appreciate it. Midnight Toker. Is late timing better than early timing? Is that what the question said for a one-hander? I won't say better or worse. It's easier to generate more power with late timing. Poker Stiff, what's up? Have you ever thought of a sport that you could create if you could combine golf and bowling, like old movies, basketball? Mm, no, I haven't. Darren got to get Lance an XL. How about him shooting 300 with the nuclear cell I got him? And look what the cat dragged in. The defending champion. Is Tiny Tang going to be a bowler like his uncle? What do you mean, like his uncle? And hopefully not a bowler. Hopefully a golfer.
Are these all ions and XLs?
Yeah, they showed up. Yeah, Lance did bowl 300 with my ball. That nuclear cell was in my stash for so long. Ugh. Golf is more expensive than bowling? Debatable. You can also make way more money playing golf. What special ways is D Bowling Supply going to find to abuse and torture Jalen spelt incorrectly? What ball did Jalen choose from win last? He got a DNA coil. What's the prize piece in my stash? I got a couple, but I have a UFO alert in there. That's all I'm going to say. Yume is your boy.
Yume, what are you doing in here? He doesn't hit me up on Discord at all.
No? How are you going to say hi in stream and not say hi in Discord, Yume?
Yume spelled it correctly.
He says you haven't been on, bruh.
I was on the other day, bro.
Now Dewberry's giving you shit in the stream. This is your stream now.
How about about you go to work? You do some work, bro.
All right, guys. If you guys don't have any more questions, might get started a little early on some work in here, seeing as how these new balls showed up. Got to drill a couple of them. So, any last questions? This guy says TV Multiply Extra needs a fresh vid. Yeah, fucking do something.
Yes, sir.
Alrighty. Gonna give it 10 seconds for a good question to come in. Nope, don't see any good questions. But next week we will not be having a live stream. Chris and I have a very important meeting next week in this time frame, so we'll not be on unless Jalen wants to live stream, which I doubt it. So excuse me. Go subscribe to TV Balance by Extra if you haven't already. 1,000 subscriber giveaway, giving away a brand new locked in hoodie. And that's all I got for you. Thank you guys for showing up and have a beautiful week.